15. Same exercises and finishing with a set of 9 at 4 deadlifts, 3 cleans, 2 snatches, and respectively pull-ups, chest-to-bar, pull-ups, and bar muscle-ups. This is going to be a quick event.
A quick event and a fun math lesson there on the graphic whiteboard as we have it on the monitor.
They told me there'd be no math involved. Come on, man. Make it easy on us.
And the athletes beginning to enter the stadium, and including through the stands, actually, as we have an athlete a little bit late. This is Emmanuel Maldonado out of CrossFit SJU, the Latin American entrant in the 2014 Reebok CrossFit Games, now deciding to join the rest of the field. As these athletes line up, they are the bottom 11 thus far through 5 events, but plenty of time to make their way back up the standings. And among this set of 11 athletes is a very big name. In fact, 2 very big names, Albert-Dominic Larouche in lane 7 and Lucas Parker in lane 10.
And Lucas Parker, look for the fans to get behind him. He is definitely one of the fan favorites. We have seen and heard a lot of reaction every time his name is announced. So this is going to be fun to watch him and great to call him in this event.
Yeah, very unexpected for an early heat appearance for Lucas Parker, but sitting 40th place out of the 43 competitors. And event number 6 now underway, and it begins with that set of 8 deadlifts, and they will make their way through this 21:15.9. As you'll see the markers on the floor, that indicates where they are as they progress down the court.
The deadlifts aren't going to be much of a challenge for these athletes, neither will the cleans. As they move down the floor, when they get to the set of 15 and 9, look for the snatches to be a bit of a challenge, and look for the deadlifts to wear on the grip of these athletes. They're having to hold on to the bar the whole time. Grip on the bar, grip on the pull-up bar will be an issue and may be the limiting factor as these athletes move down the court.
When you think 21:15.9, you typically think of the workout Fran. This is just an even more just nasty version of the workout. Instead of the thrusters, now 3 movements that they will work through in this opening set of 21, and that includes Cody Anderson in this heat. He is your current leader, the first one through, and now he's getting passed by a couple of different athletes, including Paul Tremblay. Tremblay on the left with no shirt on, in the light blue shirt to his left. That is Richard Bohlken, who had a very strong showing in event number 4 for his heat.
They have now moved on to their first set of bar muscle-ups, not showing any signs of slowing down, taking a little break in between each pull-up exercise just to re-grip and give themselves a little chance to catch their breath. This is where I really think Cody Anderson will have the advantage. He's got a huge gymnastics background, has done a lot to improve his strength, and this is one of the events I think is custom made for an athlete like Cody Anderson.
A very strong athlete at just 160 pounds, 5 pounds heavier than that bar that he is working with. He's the first one onto this set of 15. It's 6, 5, and 4. As Lucas Parker, a slow start for him this week, and it's continuing here in this event. One of the last ones remaining on the pull-up rig.
Remember, it's not necessarily the first one through the round of 21. Some of the athletes will redline too early, and it will be difficult for them in the set of 15. But look when they get to the set of 9. That will be the point where they really turn it up. They know it's running downhill at that point.
Richard Bohlken and Paul Tremblay back to the bar. This is where they will have a little bit more success as Cody Anderson can move forward on the gymnastics movements, but when it comes to the strength aspect, it's Tremblay and Bohlken, and they are out front currently. Bohlken will be the first one to the second Rogue A-frame rig for his set now of 6 pull-ups, 5 chest-to-bar pull-ups, and 4 bar muscle-ups. Closely behind him is Tremblay. Björgvin Karl Guðmundsson out of Europe and Iceland. The game's rookie now working on his second set of pull-ups.
Moving smoothly between his pull-ups and his chest-to-bar pull-ups.
Keep an eye on Cody Anderson in lane number 9. He's just off screen, but he's now onto the pull-up rig, and this is where he closes the gap very, very quickly on the stronger athletes Tremblay and Bohlken.
Taking a few seconds to get some chalk, make sure his hands dry out, because he's going to go right from the bar muscle-ups straight to the next bar.
One of the smaller athletes in the field. Again, that bar that they work with just 5 pounds less than Cody Anderson weighs. This is where he excels, trying to close in the gap on Richard Bohlken, who's the first one to the third and final barbell, beginning his set of 4 deadlifts, now moving on to a set of 3 power cleans.
This last set of 9 is going to be a blistering pace. There will be no slowing down. I would be surprised to see any of the guys set the bar down other than to move forward.
7-minute time cap. They are 2 minutes and 45 seconds away. Richard Bohlken not really going to struggle to beat that time cap as he is through his second snatch and now onto the A-frame rig for the final time, but trying to chase down BK Guðmundsson out of Iceland, who has retaken the lead.
Moving smoothly there between.
And straight into the bar muscle-ups. He has not let go of the rig thus far, and it's Björgvin Karl Guðmundsson winning Heat 1. Battle for second playing out. It includes Richard Bohlken and Paul Tremblay, and it will be Bohlken taking second place. Tremblay, Albert-Dominic Larouche, whose name we haven't mentioned thus far, and Cody Anderson, all working on their final set of pull-up movements. And it will be Cody Anderson finishing third in this heat, just over 5 minutes. Tremblay trying to hang on to a top 4 finish here in the heat. Leader through much of this one, 1 rep remaining for him. There's number 2 and Paul Tremblay out of CrossFit NCR, the former Red Bull crashed ice racer, stepping onto the finishing platform in 4th place. Albert-Dominic Larouche in 5th. As Lucas Parker's struggles continue, he is dead last in the opening heat. This is highly unexpected from Parker.
Well, it is, and he's been able to move through the barbell work fairly easily.
And keep in mind, just 1 minute 5 seconds away from the 7-minute time cap. I'm hard-pressed to think of a time when Lucas Parker couldn't beat a time cap in an event.
Well, and you'll see him move to his cleans again. He won't have much of a problem with his cleans. It's when he gets to that pull-up rig, and especially the bar muscle-ups, where he's shown to slow down.
Just 3 athletes remaining on the floor. It's Germond, Van Rooyen, and Parker. Parker far behind the other 2. We're seeing some very big-name athletes here on Friday in Carson, California, to struggle and fight all this frustration. Lucas Parker, one of the victims of it, trying to hang on with 25 seconds to go. He needs to move on his final set of 9 movements on the pull-up bar. Van Rooyen off camera, actually on the far left side of your screen, stepping onto the finishing platform. 2 athletes left. As Germond looking at his hands with 1 rep remaining. Lucas Parker has 2 bar muscle-ups remaining with 5 seconds left. He will get 1, but Lucas Parker will not beat the 7-minute time cap.
That's got to be a frustrating outcome for Lucas Parker. But on the flip side, BK Guðmundsson with a tremendous performance.
Slowly creeping his way through the field through much of that workout, and it's the Icelandic CrossFitter Björgvin Karl Guðmundsson, number 41 if you compile all the rankings after the regionals, and getting the current number 1 spot here with 1 heat in the books.
In his set of 9, he went unbroken in all 3 movements to separate himself from the rest of the athletes. BK Guðmundsson, a tremendous event number 6.
A tremendous event number 6, and he's with Nick Zielinski on the floor.
I'll bet it through it, but how tough was it really?
I apologize for the technical difficulties, not being able to hear Nick Zielinski and BK Guðmundsson. But I got to tell you, I'm sure that he was saying he was very pleased with the fact that he was able to come away with a victory.
And setting the bar very high in heat number 1, just 4 minutes 43 seconds for Björgvin. Karl Guðmundsson, just 12 seconds. The gap between Richard Bohlken and then Cody Anderson, 12 seconds behind that at 5 minutes and 7 seconds. And as we get the switch over, we always want to